I must admit that when I was younger, I was very harsh on the entire. With the success of Dune Part 2, we have many people comparing it to a very famous science fiction sequel, the subject of today's video, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, released in 1980. Even if you aren't a film person, you can understand that most movies do not have the luxury of sequels on their level, let alone sequels that are better. I noticed when rewatching the Star Wars saga that the quality in almost every aspect of filmmaking improves from A New Hope, released in 1977, to The Empire Strikes Back in 1980. The cinematography, the lighting, the script, the story, the action, everything is better. The film is also more complex than the first film in that we spend much of it following two separate timelines until they converge at the end. But how does this work? Well, we must first address a very small instance where the film makes an editing mistake. When Luke Skywalker gets himself free from the frozen ceiling and cuts the Wampa's arm off, he just runs straight out into the blizzard. This would be argued as the one noticeable mistake from Empire, but I think it's smaller than that. What's missing is a seconds-long shot of the Wampa, now literally disarmed, lunging at Luke and causing him to flee outside the cave, and the film continues. This is a small problem, but I still wanted to mention it. This takes us to discuss the power of the Hoth sequence, the brute strength and force of the Empire through the AT-ATs, and the frail yet quick maneuvers of the Rebellion's snowspeeders and their cables. The escape of the main characters from Darth Vader immediately takes the film to two personal stories rather than focusing on the larger war at hand. This allows for the romance of Han and Leia to develop, and also for us to see the spiritual journey of Luke Skywalker. The former plotline is done well as it shows the character development of both Han and Leia, as well as being faster paced than the second plotline going on. I must admit that when I was younger, I was very harsh on the entire Dagobah sequence, especially on the introduction of Yoda. I can gladly say now that I fully understand the importance and brilliance of this section of Empire. Luke is just as confused as we are of Dagobah itself and his new, small, and crazy visitor. Soon, as Luke expresses his and our impatience, the stranger shifts his demeanor and voice completely. This is the Jedi Master Yoda, who reluctantly decides to train our protagonist. In all this, we see a layered and flawed hero, and a much better performance from Mark Hamil. The Cloud City sequence is also very good, as it brings back the unresolved plotlines of the first film with the bounty on Han Solo's head. We see his romance with Leia reach its culmination as they are betrayed by Lando, and he himself is frozen in carbonite. Then we see Luke get slowly picked apart by Vader physically and mentally. Even though our heroes are still alive by the end of all this, they all have lost. The Empire Strikes Back is the definition of a bigger and better sequel. It moves the viewers further into the world of Star Wars and presents a darker and grittier story for our characters. Every sequence is done almost perfectly, and every aspect of filmmaking is improved upon from the first film. This is still, I believe, the best Star Wars film to date, and one of the best science fiction films of all time. The Empire Strikes Back gets a 9.5 out of 10. Hello everyone, welcome back to Movies with Michael, and if you enjoyed that movie review, you can show up by leaving a like on this video and comment down below what you think about Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Do you think it's overrated, or do you think it's just as good as everyone still says it is to this day? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section, and click the notification icon to be notified by my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.